So you're a gold trader, right? That means you know the feeling of that high stakes dopamine casino kind of vibe every time you put a trade on. That means you understand that every decision to enter the market is often filled with doubt, a little bit of fear, and that gut-wrenching stress that consumes you from day to day. Now, if you're not a gold trader, you often may have this even with your peer. But I want you to really be in a place today where you understand this. Trading can be stress-free. Trading can have zero stress. That's what I said. I'm literally going to give you a simple framework today, and I call it zero stress entries. Now, you're going to want to grab your pens and your notepads because what I'm about to reveal to you will help you to stress less when you trade. And if that's something you want to do, then stay with me because I've got a lot to share with you today. Now, as a former educator, I believe a lot in clarity. And so everything that I do, I've got a process for it. And I'm literally going to be sharing that process with you. By the way, if you're new here, I'm Kerry, and my only mission is to help you to become profitable way quicker than it took me to get to profitability. So if that's your mission, make sure you hit that subscribe button, you like this video and hype it as well, and share it with someone who probably needs to understand how to execute correctly. So let's dive into the framework that we've put together so that you can become a better operator on these charts. So I'm excited for this process, and I want you to understand that this framework isn't about guessing. It's literally about a mechanical approach that systemizes everything so that you have a clear process. Now, we've got 3 clear steps. Yeah, I've broken it down and I'm going to dive into step 1. And step 1 is all about the trend filter. Now, you often hear the trend is your friend, right? Before I even delve further into rule number 1, which is all about the trend filter, I want to know in the comments down below, do you truly believe that the trend is your friend? Let me know. So we're not going to complicate this. Rule 1 is following the dominant trend. Follow the prevailing trend and don't try to go against it, which means that if the market is going up, look for buys. If the market is going down, look for sells. Now, how do you actually know if it's going up or down? Go to your higher time frame and make it very simple. I'd say 4 hour, right? So use your 4 hour time frame. Look at if we're creating higher highs or higher lows, or are we creating lower highs and lower lows? That's what you want to know. Now, if there is no current trend, there is no trade. It's that simple. So we filter that based on, are we going up? Are we going down? If we're going up, we're looking for buys. If we're going down, we're looking for sells. That's it. All right. Let's get into rule number 2. I love this one. Now, why do I love this one? Rule number 2, make sure you make a note of it. This is what we call the key level of confirmation. We need that confirmation level. That's the level that we're going to be sitting on our hands and waiting patiently for price to get to, right? So you want to be in a place where you understand that rule 1, we filter the trend. Then rule 2, we find the level that we want to wait at. Now, you want to know how to put this. So let's look at the example here. We're going to confirm with a key level. We want to see price. If we're bullish like this, we want to see price coming to a key demand level, right? So right here, we've got demand. We highlight the last opposing candle before the up move. We want to see price pulling into this demand and reacting. It's that simple, right? If you're looking for support, you look for support at your level. And I want you to understand that key level confirmation is going to vary based on how you trade. There are some people who look for Fibonacci levels. Fibonacci is absolutely beautiful. Up till today, I still use them. There are some people who are just looking for previous highs and previous lows, or swing highs, swing lows, as we will put it. Some people are looking around support and resistance to find the level that you want to lock into. What I personally use, so I look at swing highs and swing lows a lot. alongside supply and demand zones. All right. So you want to lock into your zones right there, because those are going to be your areas of confirmation where you sit and wait. We never enter at a random location. We wait for price to come directly where we need it to come. So we're not chasing, we're waiting. So your level of confirmation needs to be precise based on the dominant trend, right? So if you're literally bullish, we're looking at demand levels or support levels. If we're bearish, we're looking at those resistance levels as well as supply zones. And those are the areas we're going to be positioned in to wait for plausible entries. So here's a secret when it comes on to key levels of confirmation. You want to wait, right? I know I've said this over and over again, and you're probably saying, no, Kerry, tell me what to wait for. So here you have it, and make sure you're writing it down. Okay. You want to wait for a strong reaction at the territory. Don't just see price tap the territory or tap the supply and then hit sell. No, we need strong reaction that proves that the move is high probability and it's something worth the risk, right? Which means that we want to see some rejections and implications of bearish momentum coming in, right? And vice versa for demand territories. You want to see reactions that are worth the risk, which means that they're strong enough to prove that the move is worth it, right? So don't just see price tap your territory and you just hurry up and get in. You have FOMO. No, be patient and wait for it, because when it comes, you're going to know that the move is actually ready. So don't rush your entries. Be patient. Now, let's get into rule number 3. This is the trigger, right? We want to know how to really look for that trigger candle. So I'm going to fully describe it here for you. So let's get into the trigger candle, because this is what you need to see before you ever press buy or sell, right? So let's take a look at the charts right here. Now, this is your final confirmation. This is what confirms that buyers are strong at the territory or sellers are strong at the territory, and it's now safe to get it. So for long opportunities, which are buys, we're ideally looking for some strong bullish engulfing candle. We would have already had the reaction at that demand. So we want to see that trigger candle pumping from the level, right? Now, it could also be a hammer at support, right? Now, if we're looking for shorts, which are sells, then we want to see some bearish engulfing candles or shooting stars at resistance. We want to get that candle that signifies the move is about to come, right? The move is ready and we can get in. So this candle must close. Remember when I told you that if it doesn't close, there is no commitment? We need a closed candle, right? So we wait on that close. And of course, that will save us from prematurely entering, and we'll be in a place we're no longer guessing, but we have a solid system and a process in which we're waiting for. Now, we want to keep this simple. We want you to understand that you want to filter the trend. You want to identify your key level in relation to the trend, and you want to see that trigger candle. That's how we do zero stress entries. It's not complicated. Stop guessing, stop randomly entering, and start trading with confidence around this zero stress entry framework. That's how simple it is, right? So I want you to be in a place where you align all of these 3 and then you execute, right? You don't wait when it all aligns. You have no more reason to hesitate because you've already done the work of looking at the trend, finding your territory, waiting for a reaction there, and getting that trigger confirmation. So why wait? Now it's time to execute. So you execute with conviction and allow the rest to play. Remember, this is where we stress less. We execute at our best and we give God the rest, because we have no control of how price will get to our target. But what we can do is step out of the way and allow it to do its thing so that we can get paid. That's all. Now you have the full framework. which means that you can go execute and do it with precision. Use it to the best of your ability and make sure you let me know that you've got value from it by literally doing what? Dropping a comment below, because I'll be giving you the zero stress training checklist. It's linked in the description down below, and a QR code will pop up here, and that will allow you to hop on in to our actual zero stress trading community. So if you want to be a part of the family, scan the QR code and I'll see you on the inside. Now, be in a place where you lock into rinsing and repeating this simple system, right? So we look at the trend filter, we find the key level, and of course, we execute when we get that trigger candle. Now, you're going to want to go deeper into this. And this is how you do it, by watching this video that's coming up next. That's all about what? Zero stress execution. So if you want to go deeper into zero stress trading, you're going to want to watch that video, and I'll be there as soon as you hit play. Remember, we trade the liquidity and we're not going to be the liquidity. You're the predator and you'll never be the prey. Once you stay locked into this, I guarantee you profitability will find you. So I'll see you in this video.